What's up guys, Nathan here, and today I want to give you the truth about online poker. Finally revealed what they don't want to tell you. Let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so as many of you know, I have played an absolutely insane amount of hands in online poker, over 10 million hands. So I've got a few things to say about what I've discovered over the years from having played all these hands and having quite a bit of success in the process as well. I've got several points that I think are going to help some of you guys out that are just starting out in online poker, and this will help if you play live poker as well, because I'm going to have some things to say about that as well. And by live poker, I mean in a casino or in a home game. Number one is you guys need to understand that some sites are simply harder than others. This has kind of been one of the most well-known secrets, I guess you want to say, in online poker for a very long time. Some sites just attract more skilled players. I'm not going to name names in this video, but I think we all know that one of the long-time biggest online poker sites in the world has been a magnet for tight, aggressive, nitty kind of players who take the game very seriously, are watching videos like this, are subscribing to training courses, hiring coaches and stuff, which I'll talk about later on, and therefore you would be better suited to play at other sites. I've often found that some of the best online poker sites in particular are the smaller sites that are often attached to a sports book, which attracts gamblers, which is exactly what you want in your games. Guys, bottom line, you do not want serious, skilled poker players who take the game seriously like you, putting in time watching videos like this, studying the game. You don't want those people at your tables, guys. You want the gamblers, the weekend warriors, the drunken fishy friends of ours. These are the people that you make the money against in poker, so you need to try multiple sites, which brings me to point number two, which is to spread your action across many different sites. And I do want to point out that this also applies for casinos, or if you're one of those, private home game kind of underground game kind of grinders. There are obviously many different casinos that you can often choose from, especially if you're in a place like Las Vegas or Macau or Manila or one of these places where there's a lot of poker action these days. You don't have to just play at one card room. You can try them out to try to find the best games. So that's why I highly recommend that you spread your action around many different sites. Try out as many different online poker rooms as you can so that you find the softest games. You find the sites that have the best bonuses, the best rake back, because honestly guys, at the end of the day, I've said it so many times in these videos, by the way, make sure you're subscribed, is that your results in poker are always going to be in direct correlation with who you choose to play against, so you have to choose wisely. 90% of people play online poker, they just sit down at random tables on random online poker sites and they can't figure out why they don't win. It's because they're putting no effort into the most fundamental skill edge that you can ever have in your poker game, which is who you choose to play against. Poker's a game play between people, and if you choose to play consistently against highly skilled, good players, it doesn't matter how much you study. It doesn't matter how good you think you are. You're trying to draw blood from a stone. Poker doesn't work that way. As I always say, guys, do things the easy way in this game. Play against the bad players. Something I've been preaching for like literally 10 years now. You don't need to study GTO and solver math and all this for years and years on end. Just play against the bad players. It's a really easy game. All right, moving on to my next point is you guys need to understand that most people do not win at poker in the long run. I've also mentioned this many times in these videos before, is that we have to understand that the cold hard truth of this game is that most people do lose in the long run. The biggest winners in online poker, and it's a shocker for some people, are the poker sites themselves. Guys, if you ever actually truly want to get rich in poker, I would suggest just don't play a game anymore. Go start your own poker site. These are the people that make the real money. And of course, number two is going to be the elite winning poker players. And if you want to play elite winning poker, you can enroll right now in my brand new Black Rain 79 Elite Poker University, where there are 17 plus hours of videos just like this, walking you step by step through the cutting edge strategies to beat today's games. But guys, the bottom line is you need to understand that the vast majority of people, for a variety of reasons, often related to the mental game, but also due to a lack of skill, do not win in the long run in this game. Bankroll management would be another one, having poor bankroll management. And so it is very important to take this game seriously. Don't think that you're just magically going to be better than everyone else because you've decided to sit down and play poker. Every other person at that table has a high degree of confidence in their game. I often say poker's a lot like driving. Everybody thinks they're pretty good at it. So what you need to do, moving on to my fourth point, is to control the controllables. What do you actually control at the poker table? Well, you don't control your short-term luck, and this is something that gets a lot of people onto tilt, gets them frustrated playing poorly. So what you should be doing instead is working on your game, studying your hands away from the table, for example, in a program like Poker Tracker, which I'll have links for in the description, along with my new Elite Poker University training. And therefore, with a program like this, you can find your leaks, you can review your hands, you can review the other hands from the good players in your games as well to find out what they might be doing better than you. You can also, as I mentioned, enroll in training courses, hire a coach, read poker books. Guys, this is the stuff that you actually control at the poker table. All of the other crap, the 3 times in a row that your aces got cracked right before the final table, you don't have any control over that, guys. So there's no point in obsessing over it and getting your emotions all mixed up and, you know, even worse, becoming one of those people that's, you know, ranting about how everything's rigged against them on the internet. The bottom line is focus on the stuff that is actually in your control, such as the games you play in, your strategy, and your tilt control, and you're going to have more success. Next point is to try every game and see which one works for you. A lot of people end up playing the wrong game in online poker, end up playing tournaments or sit and goes or cash games or PLO or something because they saw their favorite high stakes pro or something talk about how that's the greatest game. Guys, the greatest game is the one that works for you, that fits your personality, your goals in this game. Do you like 2-player games? Do you like 6-player games? Do you like 9-player games? Do you like the big score of a tournament followed by lengthy periods of breaking even? Or do you prefer the consistent, steady cash flow of cash games? How does this fit into your life? Do you have dreams of being semi-pro or even a full-time pro one day? How do these different games mix with your social life, with your family obligations, and so on? Guys, make sure that you try all poker games in online poker first and find out which one is best for you. Lastly, I've mentioned it throughout this video, is to make sure that you invest in your game, guys. Poker is a very competitive environment these days, especially with online poker. I've mentioned many times that online games do typically tend to be a lot more difficult to beat than live games in a casino. People, for whatever reason, tend to take the game a lot more seriously when they play online poker. There's a lot more people that treat it like a job, like a business. This is something that I have done for a long time now. It's allowed me to quit my job, travel the world. I mean, that's one of the most beautiful things about online poker, of course, is you can literally do it anywhere in the world. Make sure to check your local regulations, but for the most part, the beautiful thing about online poker is you can sit on a beach and do it in most places in the world. So you need to be investing in your game, because a lot of other people realize this too, and they'd also like to sit on a beach and play some online poker, so they're investing in their game. They're studying high-level courses, they're studying high-level poker strategy books, they're hiring coaches, and so on. Guys, it has never been easier today than ever to invest in your game and to quickly accelerate your results. When I was first starting out in online poker in 2004, there were no books, there were no training courses. In fact, you know, there was no coaching. I didn't even have Poker Tracker when I was first starting out. There was literally nothing. The only thing that I could read to improve my game were books written by Las Vegas gamblers in the 1970s that talked about games that didn't even talk about online poker. Guys, the situation is completely different today. There is literally unlimited resources, including free videos like this on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and also more ways than ever, free and paid, to quickly get better results. Once again, I'll have links to all of my suggestions in the description below. But guys, this is the truth about online poker. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And lastly, make sure you grab a copy of my free poker cheat sheet. That'll be the top link in the description below, and that'll give you my complete strategy to start smashing the small and mid-stakes online poker games. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.